Welcome to another edition of Mr. Walker's Podcast with your host, Mr. Walker, my co-host, Juice. We are back for the end of the year wrap up, and we are serving up something really, really nice for you guys. Honestly, it's just a conversation between me and him, basically with it being taped. These are conversations that we normally have amongst each other, and we decided to put it on camera. We hope you enjoy it. We hope that you would want to join the conversation online by watching it on YouTube or even in person, meeting us. But with that being said, this is the end of the year, and we feel like we need to talk about all the things that have happened through the year. So I think we should start off with I'm not gonna say the biggest thing, but there's so many things that happened this year, and I'm sure we won't touch on every last thing, but things that kind of mattered to us in our world. And one of the biggest things was the Will Smith, Chris Rock slap that was heard around the world. I have so many crazy thoughts about that, but I would like to hear from Juice first.
It's crazy because I usually don't watch the Oscars like that, not like I used to. So some said, okay, nothing else really on, let me check and see. So I saw it like live, like when it happened. And I'm like, oh, they playing around. It looked like it was like kind of set up or whatever. And when I kept looking at the replay, and I'm looking at Chris Rock's face, and I'm looking at him trying to like explain, like, he was like, yo, it's just a joke, it's just a joke. And I'm like, maybe it was serious. I'm like, maybe it was serious. And it turns out, it was serious. But he played it cool like he should have, because even though he claimed he's not going to host the Oscars ever again, he would have been done if he would have reacted. He would have been finished.
Well, I thought that he should have reacted. There's no way in the world that I'm going to allow any man, especially the punkest of the punks, right, will not allow you to put your hands on them in front of, especially like certain people. Certain people, punks, are not going to allow you to put your hands on them. A lot of times, that's why people wind up getting shot, because the punk has the gun, he doesn't want to knuckle up, and he decides he wants to shoot while you want to throw punches. Like on a Oscars night, it being taped, and our crowd of people are not sitting home watching the Oscars. So to make worldly news, that shit was big time. Yo, there's no way that I wouldn't have fired back. No way in the world. We would have been fighting asses. Somebody would have got thrown off the stage. Even in that setting, you would have did that same thing in that setting, right then and there, or you wouldn't have waited to go backstage or nothing? No, because my instinct. Somebody hit me, I don't wait to hit them back. It's instant. It's fucking microwave oatmeal, nigga, that fast. Boom, 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 boom. Well, nigga, I've been taught with these hands, so nigga, boom, 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 boom. Let's just hope mines don't put you down. Well, I would hope that. But
I don't know, that was just weird. Because the fact that they actually friends or were friends, and then you're laughing, she laughing, then all of a sudden he kept going with the joke, and then she cut her eye at him, and then he decides to yell and then get up and do that, like it was okay. I was just like, bro, really? Like his brother said, Chris Rock brother said, because your bitch gave you a side eye, that's what motivated you to get up? Because you laughing 2 seconds ago. I don't know. I guess he, you know, they got their issues anyway, so. But why he didn't do that to August, though? But that's a whole nother.
Let me say this. Even with the Chris Rock brother, Tony Rock, talking about, he made a few, like, oh, he wouldn't have did it if I was there, or he made it seem like he wanted to see Will Smith.
No, he did. He said it.
Let me tell you this. You put your hands on my brothers, any one of them, especially the young one, because my young brother, he not with none of the street shit, none of the gangster shit. He not like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you hear about somebody fucking with my little brother, you gotta go. Now the older one, he got a little slick mouth. You know what I'm saying? He a little slickster. But I'm still gonna come. And no co-defendants. I don't need nobody to come with me. It's getting planned out, and you getting taken out. That's it.
Not even volunteers that want to go?
Nah, no volunteers. I don't want no co-defendants. If I get jammed up, bro, it's because of me. I told on me. You know what I'm saying? Even at, like, at this age, no, I'm not running around like the young Walker. You know what I'm saying? But if it's that serious and I got to do something crazy, nah, I don't want any co-defendants. I don't want to even put you in that line of fire at all. If I get jammed up, it's because of me. But if somebody put their hands on my brothers, I'm coming. Like, I'm finding out everything I need to find out about you, and I'm gonna take care of that, like, instant. Especially that young one. The older one, that nigga silly. He, you know, not gangster, but he got a little slick mouth. So, nigga might want to pop him in it. But you gotta worry about that middle child coming. And I'm coming.
Well, I'm the same way. Like, you're not allowed to touch my brother. You absolutely not. I don't care who you are. You ain't allowed to.
Especially if your brother don't deserve it. Meaning, like, he's not that type of guy. He's trying to diffuse. He's walking away. He's all of those things. He's trying to, you know, de-escalate the you know what I'm saying? He's not like that. So, yeah, those type of brothers.
No, my brother will fight.
No, we're not saying that he won't fight. I'm saying he not the type. He not confrontational, like, at all. He's gonna try to walk away, try to solve the issue. Like, yo, dog, you know. Yeah, no, somebody like that, you gotta go. You gotta go. No questions. No questions.
I won't have no qualms about it.
Yeah.
What, I'm doing 25? Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I do it. Fuck it. It is what it is. You know, you suffer the consequences. You know what you did, or whatever the case may be. Shit. And speaking of fucking dying, let's talk about these fucking rappers that have died through the year. 1 year. I can name all of them, and half of them I don't know their music. So, but I know when you look at the list, it's a lot. Some of the,
it's too many.
Yeah, you know, and I've said this before on earlier shows. Like, I feel like all of these young, and they young 20s. A lot of these dudes fail to get an OG from their neighborhood that you've known to put in work on your payroll. I feel like you being a young man, you being in the business, you should get a fucking OG from your neighborhood, put him on the payroll, give him $150,000 a year, just so he could keep you from doing the dumb shit. Like, for instance, the King Von shit. You know, you throwing that, you fighting that boy, you rushing him. OG would have snatched you back like, nah, dog, don't touch that boy. These motherfuckers behind you, that's trotting around, going to the clubs, getting the perks because they friends with you, you let them do that. We getting you in the car and we pulling off. Straight up and down. I know you probably want the clout and you want to be posted on the gram or in the world that you threw the first punch, but that shit could lead to you being sued, fucking up your music career, and you the bread and butter. Nigga, get in the car. That's why I feel like every young rapper should get an OG on their payroll. And that will stop a lot of the dumb shit that they get involved with. Going certain places they have no business going, or even if you are gonna go, this OG is so official, he could scope out the situation and tell you what you shouldn't and shouldn't do. What you should and what you shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a bad thing to have an OG. Like, I still have an OG or OGs. Thank God that a lot of people that I'm family to, cousins or brothers, you know, a brother, they are considered somebody in the neighborhood. So, but even outside the family, I have OGs. There's nothing wrong with that shit.
I mean, okay, if you look at the Takeoff situation, why are they, with all the money they got, why are you out at a dice game? Go to the damn casino. Why are you at a dice game? Because they just want to hold on to that
street shit.
Yeah.
But y'all niggas is multi-millionaires, bro. And half these niggas in the crowd shooting dice with you have nowhere near the money that y'all niggas got. What the fuck are you doing there? But like I said, if they had an OG with them from their neighborhood that they love and respected, he could tell them like, nah, this ain't the scene, bro. This ain't the one. But, you know, I mean, that whole situation, man, like, again, like we was just talking about the brothers and shit. Like, my brother is like a Takeoff. Like, meaning like all the things that I heard about him, you know, that he was like a good dude. And he wasn't confrontational at all. And whenever somebody ever heard about him or somebody beefing with him, you know that they started it. And that's how I feel about my brother. Like, yo, he don't start any problems with anybody. So if someone does something to him, I know that it's the other person pressing the dude that's retreating, so to speak. But he's not retreating because he's scared. It's just he don't want the middle brother to go to jail forever. Because I'm going.
So you gotta do what you gotta do in those circumstances. Ain't no questions asked, ain't no him and a han. Nah, man, it was, nah. Ain't no, nah. It was supposed to be, nope. I'm sorry.
It's not even,
I'm sorry.
it's no talking.
No, that's not.
It's no talking. It's no talking. Morning, early in the morning, I'm at your side bitch crib. I'm at your house. Shit, fuck around, and I'll be in the lunchroom waiting for your mother to take a lunch. I'm not playing. So, you know, hey, I'm sorry if it sounds crazy, but it gotta be that. Like I said, that middle one, that middle baby, me, crazy as fuck. So, you know, shit. I'll be damned if my nephew has to live without his daddy. And honestly, like thinking of my nephew, something just flashed in my head as far as like kids and, you know, being without, or like thinking about my nephew and saying what I just said as far as like him having to live without his father made me think about all the school shootings that actually happened through the year. You know, I mean, that shit was horrific, bro. Like I'm a guy that watched the news every morning. And sometimes if I'm home in time, I'll watch the 7 o'clock or the 10 o'clock, you know what I mean? But by 10 o'clock, I'm passing out. 9 o'clock, you know what I mean? I'll be passing out. But I seen footage from a couple of those school shootings where the dude entered the building with the gun and shit, and just to know, like, these are babies, bro. You got an assault rifle. Fuck the assault rifle. These are babies, bro. They 6, 7, 8 years old, 10 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, they ain't even live a quarter of their life yet. You understand? Like, yo, that shit is mind blowing, bro. Like, it's been so many. And I'm sure too many. Like, how the fuck are you mentally or even like enraged and you say to yourself, I'm going to a kid's school? What'd you think about that?
That whole situation was just weird. First of all, he never should have had the gun. Most regular citizens should not have that type of weapon, let alone any weapon, but definitely not that weapon, because it's designed for war. It's designed for mass casualties. Maybe not kills, but mass casualties. Okay? And the crazy thing is, where the hell the police? Like, he crashed the truck into a ditch by a funeral home. 2 guys went to go help him. He jumps out the truck and starts blasting. One of the guys is a registered owner, but he only had a pistol. So he's shooting back. So now the kid runs. Where does he go? To the school. And then the rest is history. And then if you look at the videotape of the police and they just sitting there, they might as well have been drinking coffee and having donuts. Yeah. And then some customs guys come through, because their police department's not equipped for that type of action, so to speak. They had to bring federal customs agents that are equipped for that. And it's crazy, because everybody that has that shield ain't built for that shit. They're not built for it, but they want the power. They take that oath so they can have that badge and that gun. They can get away with a lot of shit. I mean, it's no different. Everybody ain't built for the military. They not built for it. I seen dudes try to kill themselves. So, no, I want to go home. No, you can't go home. You took an oath. You're in the contract. You belong to us now. But you know what you put your life, even as a volunteer firefighter, bro, you know what you put your life on the line for, and you don't even get paid for that. So when I go into a fire, a burning building, like I used to, I know what I signed up for. It's adrenaline. Yeah, some guys like the adrenaline rush. For me, in the 20-some years ago, definitely the adrenaline rush. And you come out and you're not hurt or whatever, then you're like, okay, I got an exhale. And then we talk about shit, we laugh, we joke, nobody got hurt, all right, cool. Then you get certain situations where somebody does get hurt or somebody dies, or, you know, that happens. That comes with the territory, part of the job. But if you ain't built for it, don't do it. If you have 1% of doubt in your mind, knowing all the scenarios that could happen, that they train you for, you need to drop out of the academy. Because I know people that have done that went to the academy, boom, they said, nah, I don't think this for me. And they dropped out.
Listen, man, God bless those parents and those babies. That shit was horrific, these school shootings.
Any shooting is horrific, but when you talk about kids, you're talking about kids, they ain't, like you said, they ain't even live a quarter of their life, ain't bother nobody. Only person they probably getting on someone's nerves is probably their parents, you know, not listening to their parents or their little friends in school or whatever, or teachers. That's it. What have they done in their life that causes them to deserve that?
Yeah, that shit crazy. And speaking of, you know, babies and dying, let's talk about the motherfucker that's giving new life every goddamn other week. Dropping loads. He dropping loads in vagina.
Damn, he must be taking some herbs or something.
How the fuck are you that potent? Like, now I can't say that he hit the mark every time, because I'm not in the bed with him. I'm not in his life. You know what I mean? But that motherfucker is dropping loads and having babies. Fuck it, I'm gonna move on to the next.
Maybe he just know how to pick them. Cause remember that Wu-Tang song, only plant your seed deep inside fertile soil. So maybe he know how to pick them. Where he know up, she gonna drop that calf in 9 months. Like maybe he just know. But remember when he got sick with that kidney thing, he said, "Yo, listen, I don't know how long I got left, so I'ma just keep doing what I do, breathing." And that's what he doing.
Well, I hope the fuck he taking the necessary precautions by taking these women to the doctor and kind of like monitoring their actions and their ways, because he can't. He's a celebrity, and I'm sure it's hard for him to just impregnate like a regular 9-to-5 working girl. I'm sure these women are around the industry, and me being somewhat close to it based on my brother, those women are falling out the sky for those men, for those entertainers, for those rappers, for those singers, for those actors. So, you dropping lows in these women, it's crazy. And let alone, like, not to mention, but you spreading yourself so thin, so to speak, right? And giving babies to these women. How are you able to be a father consistently where you spending equal amount of time with all of these children that you have? What's the number? 11? 12?
Just had 12 I think the other day.
How are you able to spend great time with these children, with all of these children? And honestly, he would probably, or some people would probably think, well, he got the money to do it, but money don't mean shit, bro.
You're right. It's not everything, but with his situation, it damn sure helps. Because I had never heard not one of, even Mariah, never heard not one of them say he a bad father. He don't spend time with his kids. He ain't paying no money. Never heard none of them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. To each his own. That a lot of those women, are they just willing to be fucking baby mothers? Like,
Awesome.
what are we doing here? You just willing to be a baby mother?
But the only one he was married to was Mariah, right? If I'm not mistaken. Which was his first set of kids, if I ain't mistaken. And I guess he figured, well, damn. And they was married for a little while. They were married for a good little time.
They were. I remember seeing this fucking Mariah, big ass Mariah on his back, on like the top of his back. I'm like, yo, this nigga done lost his motherfucking mind. But I also thought that he was really in love. For you to tattoo a grown woman's name on your fucking back, like your last name on a high school football jersey, is fucking crazy. That's crazy. I don't give a fuck. Listen, you could put me in the league right now. You could put me in the game, coach. I don't give a fuck who it is in the industry. There's no way in the world that I'm tattooing her name on my body. There's no way, bro. No way. No fucking way.
You can always get it covered up.
Oh, so that means you would do it?
Listen, you can never say never.
Never. Never. But you would consider it?
I don't know what I would do. I can't say I would never do it. I don't know what my feelings would be.
What would be the point?
Because it might have been a mutual thing. It might have been a feeling he had. Like, oh, I want to show my appreciation to her or whatever. Who knows?
You at that fucking point, you'll be cattle. And she'd be a fucking ranch owner. You ain't nobody, you with a fucking number clipped in your ear. And you would probably make a great burger.
Yo, that's funny. That one caught me. That's funny. 'Cause I was getting ready to come with a comeback, but you caught me.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What you talking? Like, nigga, please. I mean, for real. Like, yo, dog, like a name. You see that shit big? Like somebody took a fucking spray can paint, just spray graffiti on a brick wall.
But that's what he wanted to do.
Listen.
If I can get his money he got, I'd do that shit.
So what about the Kardashians?
It's just amazing to me, like, when you look at the men that they've dealt with. Okay, one was a crackhead. One became an alcoholic, and he was a straight-laced white guy. He became an alcoholic. Now she goes out with Travis Barker. Or they engaged in something. But Travis Barker was going after Kim for years.
I feel like she, Courtney is the only one that's not like, she don't want this fame shit. She's in the family that she's in, but she don't really care to have this shit. Like, she's the one that's not in the limelight at all.
But the guy that became alcoholic, that was her ex-husband.
Oh, Scott or whatever.
Disick or whatever his name is. Scott Disick.
Yes, but Scott Disick, whatever the fuck his last name is, wasn't. I think you talking about Robin Big. I think that was his last. Rob Disick.
No, we talking about the same guy. We just fucking up the name. I think we just fucking up the name. That nigga, he had to go to like alcohol rehab or some shit. He started drinking crazy, and then they ended up getting divorced. She's the one that's with Travis Barker now. Now with Chloe, Lamar Odom, Fiend, Tristan Thompson. I don't know if he got any issues, but who knows? But it's weird that two dudes that were actually friends, you date the friend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, what the fuck?
The pimp of the family taught them well.
Yeah.
Kris Jenner.
You see her now, huh?
Listen.
Now she dating a Negro.
I think that they enjoy black guys. Do I think they love them? No. Do I think they enjoy them? Yes. I think that they enjoy them. Yeah, that woman is she's a whole pimp. I think that she's pimping her daughters out.
I've always thought that since the Ray J situation. When it finally came out and he started spewing his shit, he was like, yo, she promoted that whole shit. Then got the nerve. She ain't had no surgery on her body. I seen the tape. Yo, Kim Kardashian said, oh, I never had no surgery on my body. I seen the tape.
Shit.
Your ass was not fat at all.
It had a little meat to it. Maybe he made it look like that. The way he was long dicking that ass from the back.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that's the worst celebrity sex tape I think I've ever seen.
I think one of the nastiest ones that I've seen was China. And then that Tiara Marie sex tape, that 50, the chick that 50 going back and forth to court with, she only sucking dick, but she sucks. Well, the one I seen, she only sucking dick. And she sucked dick to get your soul out your body. What was the most shocking celebrity sex tape to you?
Like I said, the model chick.
That was
shocking? And she was like Miss New York State and was in Miss America pageant.
Was that the most shocking?
You wouldn't expect that to happen, but she did it. And I remember seeing her on commercials. She was on like a dental commercial one time, and she's cute as hell. The most shocking, well, the Tom Sizemore one.
Who?
He's an actor, very well-known actor, but he was I think he was drunk, high, whatever the fuck he was on, and he had two girls.
Where the fuck are you from?
America.
The most shocking sex tape I've ever seen in my life was the girl from Family Matters, the younger sister. She has a sex tape.
She was doing porn. That's not a sex tape. It's different.
I want to believe it is.
She fucked Lex Steele. I've seen the video.
Okay.
Oh no. I got one. Maya Campbell. Dark skinned, gorgeous girl. She was in the show South Central.
She had a TV show with LL Cool J.
Yeah, and with Lorenz Tate.
That wasn't shocking to me.
What's shocking to me was her smoking crack in the video.
What is it shocking to me? People smoke crack.
You do?
I mean, you do. Nigga, stop acting like I ain't say you a Nick. Why you acting like I ain't serve you a nigga that shea butter? The new year is upon us. You know, everyone makes New Year's resolutions. What's yours?
Try to work out again, like I do every year, and hopefully I don't quit after 2 months, 3 months. Start my vegetarian diet again. Not vegan, vegetarian, but you know. The only thing about that is you kind of put limits on yourself. You're putting limits on yourself that more than likely you know it's gonna change. When the springtime comes, summertime comes, it's probably gonna change. So what's yours, man?
My New Year's resolution is to get an even tighter circle of friends, loved ones, so I could feel the support and the people that really love me, that's been supporting me, to continue to support me. But you know, I got kind of like a boring life, you know, so I want to focus on this podcast, get into the next level. Year to year, you know, I want to grow as a business, as a company. And I want to get this shit to what I dreamed it to be. I also would love more support, especially from the people that love me or say that they love me. Nowadays, I think men, especially black men, need all the support that they could possibly get, especially the ones that inspire to be more than what they have been, and that come from like a different walk of life, you know, trying to do something different with their lives. So, you know, to pursue a dream, it takes a lot of courage and strength, drive, and dedication. So to do this shit week to week, day to day, month to month, it's a task and it's a journey, and I'm willing to go the distance. And I just, you know, I want to continue to have the people in my corner that supports me and know what I've been through, that really knows me, to take the time out to check up on me, see what's going on, even to come passing through the hood, like, yo, meet me so we can have a shot or two on the block or whatever, wherever. But that's my New Year's resolution, just to continue to keep striving for what I believe and getting us to the next level. And with that being said, we're gonna grab our drinks. We're gonna close out with "We Rollin' Bitches."